Hi there, thanks for joining me. Today I want to do a little project using a couple of Planet Applique designs, and I'm at planetapplique.com, and I have an account, so if you don't already have an account, set yourself up an account. It's a fabulous website, especially if you're into applique or you're wanting to get started with applique. Okay, so I'll let you totally discover everything on your own, but I'm just going to show you what we're going to work on. So 6 freebies with a $10 order. So I ordered $10 worth of stuff. I got an alphabet, which is $8, and then I got a bunch of miscellaneous files that I really wanted. And all this stuff comes free with that. Okay, so I'm super excited about this. All right, so there's a unicorn alphabet, there's the cloud and rainbow alphabet, and it's so cute. And then this is the alphabet that goes with, or the font that goes with the unicorn, and you can probably also use it with this one. And we're not going to do this today because I only have a 4x4 hoop, and it will be really, really small applique to try to do all of those with the name that I'm going to use. You can do it with something small and it would be totally adorable, or you can do 2 separate hoopings. I've done that before. I did a J and then Axon for Jackson, and it was really cute. But today we're going to create something that looks more like this. Okay, it's going to be our unicorn and with a font along the side. Okay, so if you don't already know how to do this, I'm going to show you how to do it, and we're going to use SewWhatPro. And I'm sure that there are millions of different, not millions, but a lot of different software out there that do this. So just kind of, change it up to match the software that you're using. Okay, so in SewWhatPro, I'm just going to open it. And I've already downloaded this from my Planet Applique order. So if you have Mozilla, you just go up here to this, to your downloads folder. It doesn't show that it's in there still, but you would click on the folder and it would bring you up to the folder, and then you want to take it from the downloads folder and save it into its correct spot. Okay, so I'm just going to have SewWhatPro open real quick, and now I'm going to choose the open button. And it's probably going to open up to that because I did a kind of a run through already. Okay. Okay, so it's in my fonts folder. I'm going to go into my alphabet folder, my Planet Applique, and I believe it's all the way at the bottom. Yep. So you might have to search for it in yours, but because I've already been through this before, I was able to find it easily. So click that open and then find the size that works best for you for your hoop or for your project as well. And you can choose, they have 4x4, 5x7, and 6x10. Okay, and they have all the numbers, but I'm looking for a B for Brooklyn. Okay, so I'm going to choose open, and it's going to bring it up right there, right in the center. It looks fantastic. We are just going to move it over to the edge. Okay, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger. We want to kind of max out our space because we can. So 3.9 is the biggest you can make it on mine. Okay, and sometimes it changes it over here for some reason, 3.91, but we are going to fix that whenever we're all done and we have the name over here. Okay, and on Planet Applique designs, sometimes they have a stitching version of a watermark in their appliques, and they only put them on every once in a great while. So I like to go through in SewWhatPro, kind of go through and see what everything is and make sure that that watermark isn't there. And also delete any steps that I don't want. This white is just a bean stitch that goes over your pretty satin stitch. And see, I'll click out and you can see it better. But I don't really like that generally. So I think it keeps the satin stitch more secure. So I think in the design way that's cool. But you can hover over that, right click on right click on the one that you want to delete, and then choose delete, and it will get rid of it completely. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore. If I want to get rid of any of these strands, I can, but I don't want to. They're so cute. All right, so from here, we're going to go ahead and choose edit. And no, we're not. We're going to choose File. We're going to choose Merge. And we're going to look for a font that we want. And I really like the Melissa or Miriam font, but they have a lot of really pretty font. So today we're going to use the Miriam font, and we're going to find a B. You don't want your B to be too different than this, but we're choosing a lowercase b anyways, so hopefully it won't be that. Okay, so if you want it cursive, this is a cute one. Let's go for it. And what also you want to choose the smallest one so that you don't have to do too much making it smaller, making it bigger. Whenever you're using a small hoop, you just go with the smallest one. Okay, choose open. And I'm going to move it over here so I can look at it and work on it. And then from here, instead of going up to File, Merge, File, Merge, File, Merge for the rest of her name, we're going to choose Icons. And it's going to bring up this little screen over here on the right that's going to show us everything that we've been working on, all of the alphabets or fonts. Okay, I'm just going to go to Delete Album Folders, and I want to get rid of the alphabet because we're not using that anymore. We already figured that out. We've already got that up there. We don't need to choose anymore. But this is going to make it where we'll be able to grab these and put them in line. So they are all different colors. So we're going to go ahead and once we're done placing them all, we're going to edit them and join them. But if you have a multi-needle machine, it'd be really cute to do them in all the different colors. All right, so we're going to go down here and look for her R. Sometimes it's really slow on my computer. I hope you don't have the same issues. It's not a SewWhatPro issue. It's a me issue. It's a my stuff issue. Okay, so Brooklyn, I need a K. Oh, it was right there in front of my face. Okay, that Y might not work for me. It's just a little too long. So I might need to skip past all of this with you guys and find a different font. But I'm just going to show you how it goes, okay? So I will probably end up sewing out a different font, but I'm still going to show you how to do it with this one. I'm not going to rebuild the wheel, okay? Or reinvent it either. Okay, so we're going to take all of these. We're going to click out of icon, and we're going to come down here, click on this one, and find out which number it is. Oh no, guess we have to click on this and find out what number it is. Nope, that's it. Okay, so 22. It says it's flesh pink, but it's really hard to tell that it's pink. Okay, so from number 22 all the way down to 29, we're going to want to change the color. Okay, and we're going to make it all the same color. We're just going to grab the very first one up that's powder pink. Okay, all of them are going to be changed to powder pink, even if that's not the color that you want in the end. It's not the color I want in the end. But for this part, it's just easier to grab the first one at the top when you're changing instead of looking individually for each color. So we're going to join them all together and then change the color. Okay. Okay, so we have her whole name. We know that the stitching for the name starts at 22. So we're going to go up here to Edit, Join Threads. We're going to join all adjacent threads of same color starting at thread number 22. Okay, Choose OK. And that's going to make Brooklyn all just one part of the file. Excuse me. So for some reason it's grabbing the whole thing. Okay, so we're just going to click on number 22. That took all of that and it made it into one word for Brooklyn, instead of having to change out the different colors every single time or have it go B, then switch to the next one, R, switch to the next one. This is going to make Brooklyn go all at once. Okay, so let's go ahead and change it to the magenta that it's really going to be. And let's see if we can just search magenta. There's so many to go through. Cancel. Why did that happen? Nope. Okay, well, it's not going to be fiery red. Maybe tea berry is the closest to it. Oh my gosh. But you can change it to, this is, there's so many different kinds. So if you have a specific thread that you love to use, you can find that color in here usually. So these are the brother colors. And the color I'm going to use is a really pretty magenta. It's more like that. Okay, so let's click on number 22 again, now that we've changed the color. And we're going to go right here to rotate. You can manually rotate it, but it almost never makes it perfect. Okay, and then we're going to bring it over here into our hoop. Okay. All right, so Brooklyn. Now we're going to go up here to resize. And we're going to resize it to fit into my hoop. And the biggest it can be is 3.9. So I'm going to go 3.9, and it's probably going to change it to 3.91, but that's okay. Okay, so it didn't. That's wonderful. And the reason why I said this Y isn't going to work for me is because it goes outside of the stitch area. I'd have to keep making this smaller and smaller and smaller to keep the Y on this one. So I have to look for a different font with a different Y, but I won't put you guys through that. Okay, so once we've got this on here, I'm just going to shove it over here on here because it's not going to let me show you how to save it if I don't. So just pretend like it's correct, okay? All right. Let's just look at it one more time when it is correct. Pretend that Y isn't a part of it. If you have a bigger hoop, then that Y won't be a problem. Okay. How cute is that? So we're going to be putting this onto a little towel, like just a little hand towel, because, moms need them and they're really handy and cute, and the kids can't really grow out of them. So the hand towel it's a really popular gift, and I really love getting to use these kind of designs on that. Alrighty, so I'm going to choose File, Save As, and I'm going to go to my desktop. And let's do Unicorn Brooklyn. Okay. And I'm just going to save it wildly on my desktop. Choose Save. And see, it's not going to let me finish it. It says does not fit into the current hoop. Do you wish to save the file anyhow in a larger hoop? I'm going to choose no. But if you do, if you have a larger hoop, then choose yes. Okay. So I'm going to choose no. And so it's all done. If you choose yes, that would have saved it for you. If you didn't have the problem with the Y being all long, then it would have saved it for you perfectly. Alrighty, so I will see you guys in a minute. I'm going to set up my camera and sew this out. See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so first you grab some scrap fabric, and I always spray mine down with starch, and instead of using steam. Whenever I have the steam around, it just causes all kinds of trouble. So you need your iron, and I like to use the Heat and Bond light, and you can get that almost anywhere. So if you need to pause and get the code from the bottom, there it is. There's all the directions as well. It's very, very simple. So what I like to do is cut out a big piece and lay it down, lay all my pieces of fabric on top of it, and then grab a piece of parchment paper and lay the parchment paper over the top of all of that. So right there you can see the stuff on the bottom, parchment paper on top, and the fabric in the middle, okay? And that's all going to be face up with the Pellon, with the heat and bond on the bottom. And there's your piece of parchment paper over the top of everything. And then you're just going to want to go ahead and iron it down. Do a really good job, and then flip it over, and then iron the back part again. And then you're just going to keep ironing it for as long as the directions say. I usually don't really count, but I kind of have an idea. And once we're done, you're going to be able to see that the white has plastic on it, and you're going to peel off the paper on both sides, and that way you have your fabric
Okay,
pieces.
so we're back at
Okay?
the machine, and I have it loaded with the, I'm not going to do the red and black and red and black and red and black. I'm just going to keep using this color until I need to change it, okay? And my bobbin thread is also the same, because the last step for this bee is going to be the satin stitch, and you always want your bobbin thread to be the same color as your top thread for the satin stitch, just in case, you know, the tension is a little crazy or the design is dense and it pulls up the bottom thread too much. Okay, so I also like to keep SewWhatPro open so that I can follow along. It can tell me what each piece is, that way I'm not confused by this kind of old school kind of screen that's on my Brother SE425, which I love, not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's easier to see on the computer screen and know what's going next. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put our presser foot down, and we're going to choose, well, we're not going to choose anything, it's already chosen. We're going to let it stitch out that first bee. This is going to be our die line, okay? Okay, and so I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to cut off that piece, but not that piece from the needle, just that first one. I should have cut it off before it got started, but it is what it is. So we're going to take our purple, and this is all just trial colors, so don't judge, please. Actually, I don't care if you judge, but that's what's going on. It might not look that great in the end, but we're going to try it out anyways. Okay. Okay, so we're going to pop this off and cut around everything, okay? Okay, so it's not perfect. It's hard to get a good cut in there. I probably should have put some Sulky Solvy down first, but you know, is what it is now. Now this is going to do the pretty satin stitch. Okay, I realized that I should probably put some Sulky Solvy down. That's this filmy stuff. You can get this on Walmart.com for $10 a roll. You can also get it in store at Joann's, but it's like almost 3 times as much in store at Joann's, but you always have coupons. So, but there's also, I saw today in the bolt section, there's Pellon makes their own version of this, and it was $3.99 a yard. So next time that I need some, that's where I'm going to try out instead of ordering it online. Okay, so I just decided to go ahead and put this over it because the towel, it's going to kind of keep grabbing these white threads, and that's fine, except we want it to be a nice, even, clear satin stitch. Okay, sorry about the camera. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and press play. So that's the B part. The reason why it left this piece open is because that's where it's going to have us put all of our unicorn stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this same color on here. I'm going to trim this really quick. Also going to leave the stabilizer on there since it's helping everything glide around a little bit better.
Okay, so I had some technical difficulties and I wasn't able to keep making a video, but you basically keep repeating those steps over and over again with the applique pieces. And I just kind of wanted to get an up close so you could see how pretty that satin stitch is. Okay, this is just the horse's nose, and then it does its cute little toes, and I think that the contrasting color is really cute. I really like that feature. And instead of following the thread guidelines, I decided to use this hollow shimmer from Sulky that I got at Joann's. It's not really metallic thread, it's like a plastic thread, and it's really pretty. It's very shimmery and has a bunch of different colors in it. So I wanted to use that on the unicorn instead of the colors that they were asking for. And I really like how it turned out. My lighting is not so great, or it is in the camera. It just isn't great. I'm not sure, but it's really cute and a lot lighter completely in real life. So there it is with the sulky on it, getting ready to do the Brooklyn. And there's Brooklyn before I cut all of the name off of it. And I just take the sulky solvy off of it whenever I'm all finished with it after everything's been trimmed and it's all done. Isn't that adorable? Well, I hope you guys had fun. Talk to you later. Bye bye.